Oh, we are on live. Thank you so much for being here. Or if you're watching on the replay inside the members area, it's so great to see you. We are doing the second of the day live hangout, Video Ranking Academy group members hangout. And today is all about 5 steps for building sustained success on YouTube. But we're popping on a little bit early to just get everything set up, share the links out. So I hope you're doing well. We have some vibes to pump it up because I want you to get your energy right. Get your mind ready, get your notes ready, and we're going to get started here soon. If you're watching on the replay, you just want to skip ahead, you can jump into the content. We're going to hang out for a bit, make sure everybody gets on here. And we are going to get started soon. In the Facebook group, we've got a place to post your questions. And so it looks like this. And so post your questions on this post here. Post your questions on this post. And at any time, we'll get those. And we're going to do, of course, we're going to do some content for a while. We're going to do questions, and then we're going to do channel reviews. All right, so I kind of see people getting on. We're going to take a second to get more people on. That's why we're hopping on a little bit early, and we're going to get started soon. All right, if you are just jumping on, we see people jumping on now. We are at the top of the hour, and this is our live Video Ranking Academy group hangout. And or if you're watching on the replay, I'm so glad you're here. You're going to get content. You're going to get value out of the questions. You're going to see the channel reviews, and they are going to be amazing. We are going to get started in just a second. Make sure that people have a chance to jump on. We see people still getting on right now. I'm here in Las Vegas, and I have Heather on with me, and we're hanging out. Heather, how are you? Heather's working. We are hanging out.
Right, I'm here. I'm muted. I was just sending out an email to everyone.
Perfect. Emails going out, so you're getting the notifications. We see people joining on. We're going to get started in about 60 seconds, but we just wanted to say hello and wanted to hook you up with everything. Make sure everybody has the right information. I am so fired up. I'm so pumped for this workshop, this group hangout. I'm glad you're here and that you made the time to make it. Whatever time it is where you are, the sun is setting in Las Vegas. It was a great day. Normally it's 110, 120 during the summer, and it was like 90 today. It was beautiful. So I hope you're doing well. We are going to get into some content. We're going to go into that, and then we'll go into Q&A. And so there's a place to post your questions in the Facebook group, and it has a little picture. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Yes. So post your questions at any time on this picture. And then we're going to do some channel reviews, which are great after that, and you can learn content from those. So thank you so much for being here. I know we've met before, but I am Sean Cannell, co-founder of Video Influencers, full-time YouTuber, creator of Think Media TV, Sean Thinks, and the Video Ranking Academy. And we have Heather on the call. Heather.
Hey.
So Heather is incredible, and so she jumps in with the Q&A as well. She has really been doing online marketing, branding, really good at helping people with communication and mastering their message. Very, very, very awesome. So we're going to jump into the questions together, and we're going to jump into the channel reviews together. But thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being on the call, and let's get into it. Let's do it. We're going to get into the content. Post your questions in the Facebook group at any point during the training, and then we'll get into Q&A about anything. So just as you're thinking of those, and get ready to take notes, and also grab your planner because we're going to use that today. Okay, so you can't see this yet. Probably you still see me. That's true. Okay, here we go. You ready? I'm ready. And if you're watching on the replay, thanks so much for being here. We are inside of a Video Ranking Academy private members Q&A and workshop. And first of all, I just want to thank you for being here. Like, seriously, thank you so much for a lot of things. I mean, thank you for investing in Video Ranking Academy and being a part of this community, but also just thank you for your investment in yourself. I mean, beyond even financially, just the time, the fact that you would be here. I know you've got so many things pulling at you. You got so many different things in your mind, but I want to put those aside and shut down Windows. If you need to put your phone on airplane mode, because just you being here is so significant. And, you know, Heather and I love the opportunity and the chance to just be connected to really a tribe of people who believe in investing in themselves, who believe in learning and lifelong learning, who believe in, you know, working hard and putting in hustle so that they can build income and influence and impact, not just for themselves, but for their family, to impact the community and a greater purpose and cause. So really just want to thank you for being here. I'm inspired by everything you're doing, and I'm excited for today. Now, we are going to get into Q&A, so you can post your questions in the Facebook group on the post on the photo there of some question bubbles. And today's agenda is just going to be broken down like this. We're going to do a strategy session. We'll get into some just some quick content. So get ready to take notes. And you do need your planner for this. Like, this is very nitty gritty. We don't want to just go inspirational, you know, high level, but we were going to get into the actual trenches. Like, this is going to get real. Let's get real today. Let's put pen to paper or your thumbs to your screen as you type it into your digital planner. However you do it, get that ready for today's session. And then we'll do Q&A, and we'll do some channel reviews at the end, which are phenomenal. I hope you could stay on for those, because you just learn what you could do on your channel, even if it's not your channel, and the takeaways and tips that apply to you. So today we're talking about YouEmpire, 5 steps for sustained success on YouTube. And let's jump into it. So our topics here, and what you're expect to take away from this, is how to systemize success on YouTube, because this is work, right? So we can't just do this. We want something that's sustainable. How can we systematize it so that we can put this into the rhythm of our life, our business, our brand, even our family, and just systematize our success here? What are the growth secrets of top YouTubers like and entrepreneurs like Marie Forleo, Brendon Burchard, and Gary Vaynerchuk? We're going to talk about that. Time-saving tricks to increase productivity. We'll jump into those. And then a key to building momentum on YouTube. So first of all, let's ask this question. And I want you to think about this as we look over a couple channels. What do these channels have in common? We're going to look at 6. The first one on the left there is Marie Forleo. If you've never heard of her, she's like an entrepreneur, but she has this YouTube show called Marie TV. And she's crushing on YouTube, and, you know, kind of in the entrepreneur space, especially for female entrepreneurs. On the right, you have It's Judy Time, totally different space, beauty YouTuber. Her channel there is like makeup and hair tutorials. And then she does a few other channels. What do they have in common? Think about that. And on this next page, what do Gary Vaynerchuk and Brendon Burchard, along with the first two, what do they have in common as well? Gary Vaynerchuk, CEO of a company, so 600 employee company called VaynerMedia, marketing agency, and as a YouTube channel where they post a ton of content. Brendon Burchard, a personal development speaker, author, coach, does courses, and of course is posting videos on YouTube. Like, what do they have in common? And here we have John Kohler, who has a channel called Growing Your Greens. I love his channel. It's all about organic gardening. And he actually has a place in Vegas and in California. He shoots on a $100 refurbished Canon camera off the Canon website, posts videos on YouTube. And then he also has like a juicing website where he sells juicers and stuff. And so that's kind of how he monetizes. But I mean, his channel, look, 325,000 subscribers, It's just incredible. His niche, really inspiring. And then you got Mermaid Gossip. And what's cool about her, I put her on here, is we interviewed her for Video Influencers. Definitely like a lifestyle kind of a creativity with makeup and hair tutorials type channel. And the cool thing with her is she actually had a viral video, but she's a great case study of that if you have a viral video, it's not the secret to success. That kind of came and went, but she's had to stay on the grind consistently. And she's been building her YouTube channel up for 2 years. She has multiple different streams of income, but she's been able to go full time doing it. But all 6 of these channels have something in common. And I want you to be thinking about that in your head. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? And this is definitely, I'm sure there's many things, but this is one of the absolute things that we see as a common thread in all these channels. Consistency. Consistency. Now, I know you've heard before, and it's talked about a lot that, hey, you got to be consistent, and, key to YouTube or any platform, right, is consistency. But I really want to kind of break this down into why this is so critical to building a YouEmpire, to building something sustainable on YouTube, and make it really practical. That success doesn't happen overnight. Marie TV, I love this picture because it's been a show that's been a weekly show for 5 years, right? How crazy is that? And that even though it's like today, it's like one of the best looking shows on YouTube, like her production value, her lighting, her cameras, the editing. But what's so cool is you can actually go back. The first episode, she's just sitting on her couch in a tank top doing Q&A from her laptop, right? And so everybody started somewhere, but she's been consistent weekly for 5 years. It's Judy time. This is her first video 8 years ago. She's doing a hair tutorial. And that was like how pixelated the video was because of the camera quality in those days. And she has done 78 videos a year since 2008. Incredible. Plus, she has 2 other channels. She has a mommy channel, and eventually they started a daily vlog. And on top of that, sometimes we say, okay, well, good for them, but you don't know what I'm going through, in my circumstances. Judy and Benji, they have 3 under 3. So they had a daughter, and then about a year later, they had twins, right? And so it's crazy. Like in the midst of all that, 78 videos a year since 2008, and then adding other channels on top of that. Gary Vaynerchuk, 1,009 videos total, and in the last 2 years has done 221 episodes of the Ask Gary V show specifically in 2 years. Brendan, and I think this is a good practical example and one that I want to highlight for us because some of these numbers are sensational, but he just put out an episode about the charged life, and it was the 100th episode. And he's like, 5 things I learned from doing 100 episodes. So he did a weekly show. So he had 1 video a week at least for 2 whole years consistently, and putting his message out there, doing it. Growing Your Greens, almost 1,200 videos, an average of 200 videos since 2009. And he will tell you that for about 3 years, it was a total grind with not much growth, but that consistency eventually led to breaking through. And then Mermaid Gossip, she's really been going consistent for about 2 years with 177 videos average over the last 2 years since she started her YouTube channel. So what do they have in common? Well, here's what our takeaway is that they post strategic, keep in mind, strategic. There's a lot of people that are consistent on YouTube that are not winning. And you're in Video Ranking Academy because there's the content. It's not just consistency, but it's strategic quality content on YouTube. Catch this at least once a week. Also, they've built their influence on YouTube for at least 2 years. Like, it doesn't happen overnight. So whether you're starting from scratch, be encouraged today. Even if you've been going for a while, it does take time. And they built their online influence even more than that. Like in every one of those examples, they've been building their influence for probably 5 to 10 years at least or more. I love this though. Number 3, they are all extremely busy. Like, can we agree? Like, we look at all those examples that it is, I'm sure that they can relate to what we're going through or even more. Like, none of them are just like, oh, I just got all this extra time on my hands. Like, they have to prioritize, they have to position and make this a priority because they are all, 600 person companies, 3 under 3, all different circumstances, but definitely extremely busy. Of course, they're all full-time around their passion, and they all, just like all of us, they have 24 hours a day. I would love it if like Marie Forleo or Brendan released a course and they're like, how to get 28 hours a day. And they're like, literally, you buy this course, you get 4 extra hours a day. Like that'd be amazing, right? But no, it's not true. Like that's like time is the ultimate leveling factor, right? That we all share the same amount of time. And so here's the deal. I believe that right now, more than belief, I know that there is unlimited opportunity on YouTube right now. For you, for me, for us, there's so much opportunity. This is just to give you an example. A Huffington Post article recently wrote that the most dramatic positive change to our global economy is about to occur between 2016 and 2020. And I quote from this article that there are 3 to 5 billion new customers are about to come online and provide a mega surge to the global economy. This is 3 to 5 billion people who aren't online yet that are coming online. So if you're like, my views aren't that high, what am I going to do with my brand? Where are my customers? My space is too crowded. It's not. The next 4 years, massive global surge, massive opportunity for everybody. Like the world is an abundant place, and this is the perfect time, whether you're starting from scratch or whether you're already established. And on top of that, and I love this, that e-commerce is only less than 8% of retail sales in the US and growing rapidly. Here's why that is significant. What that means is that Amazon online, Best Buy online, or Target online, or wherever in the US, this US stat, that you would think with all of the millions and billions of dollars that are happening in e-commerce. And I just asked Sonia, my wife, we're driving, and I said, how big do you think e-commerce is? And she's like, I don't know, 50% of total retail sales. 40. She's like, I don't know, 80%. And I was like, less than 8%. She's like, what? That's crazy. Like, so as big as it is on what you could do on affiliate marketing right now, or what you could do in online sales, it's only 8% of the market, but it's growing rapidly. So the upside for your income is so significant with what you're doing right now and even what you're learning inside of this course. But the point is not how big the opportunity is. This is the problem. Opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and it looks like work. The opportunity is astounding, but there's no denying that it takes hustle, it takes the grind. And even if you've got 100 employee company to run and try to make, 222 episodes of a show in 2 years, or if you've got twins or you've got a family, it takes hustle. We can't deny that. Like I would love, and one of the courses Heather and I are working on is the 5-minute abs for YouTube. We want how to have a rockstar YouTube channel in 5 minutes a month. But so far we haven't been able to figure that course out, right? Because it's not real. It's a myth, right? 5-minute abs is not true. Like it is a scam. And so like it does take work. And the point of this is that, Rome wasn't built in a day. YouEmpire, the YouTube brand you're building, as well as your whole online empire, it wasn't built in a day. It takes time. It takes hustle. And I am so glad that we're on here together, because what we want to do is we want to put a framework and strategy to that so that we can make this practical, though. And we can make it not have to overtake our lives, but actually do it in like the least amount of time to get the highest ROI return on our investment. So this is the challenge for us. You're watching this, you're hearing this right now, that say this out loud. Wherever you are, actually repeat this after me. It might be cheesy to you, but say it out loud. I commit to posting at least 1 video per week this month. Can we say it out loud? I declare to posting at least 1 video a week this month. Whether you're watching this in the members area at any time during the year, I want you to commit for the next 30 days, or whether it's August right now, and in August, we're going to post 1 video a week per month. Our ultimate goal is to at least do a weekly show on YouTube, okay? To just like Brendan, I love Brendan's example because he's like, I'm going to do the charged life, and no matter what happens in the season and the ups and downs of my year, I'm going to put out a weekly quality strategic show at least once a week, but all we're going to focus on is the next month, okay? So this is the YouEmpire. These are our 5 steps for sustained success on YouTube. So grab your planner, because let's make this insanely practical and go through these 5 steps. Step 1, we need to schedule time to research and outline our videos. And this is the first step. Now, all of this is built on the thesis and the foundation of Video Ranking Academy. So if you've been through the modules, good. If you're newer to Video Ranking Academy, the modules are foundational, and going through those are going to fill in what this means. When you see that blue research there, you know, the modules are reverse engineer, research, record, release, rank. They're all R's. And so this is tapping into those modules. So definitely block time to go through there. But it all starts with research. And what you want to do is follow the VRA modules. And the key with this is that we're not just making random videos. And this is why it's different for you on YouTube and why it's important to do this, is that I do know people, and I just talked to somebody on Twitter, 4 years they've been on YouTube, over 300 videos, just as consistent or more consistent than some of the examples I just shared, but they're not growing. Their channel's not breaking through. But one thing I know they're not doing, they actually have good videos. They have good content, but they're not positioning it to rank. They're not doing the research to make video ideas that are positioned to rank and get views while you snooze ahead of time. And that's why this research phase is something we block time for. And so your goal is to actually plan out 4 solid videos during that one time of sitting down. And I want you to block 2 hours to research your videos and to outline your videos. And so what I mean by that is you want to come up with the 4 good video ideas. And then I don't expect you to be able to read what you see on the screen there, but I just like copy pasted. That's about the amount of notes I would type into a Google Doc, sometimes less, for an outline. So I put a couple quotes. I wanted to say, you know, in this video we did for video influencers, how to deal with negative comments. I thought, you know, we all deal with haters, and I've heard that hater stands for having anger towards everyone reaching success. So I came up with that stuff by like, I'm Googling a little, I'm looking for quotes based on my topic. And then we had 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a few thoughts to trigger our mind on each of those. And then this is just our notes under one video idea. Okay, done. Second video idea. I want you to do 4 of these. Just outline. Maybe it's just bullet points for you. What are the 5 steps to the whatever? What are the 3 steps? Or what are just the key things you want to make sure are included in that video? So then follow the VRA formwork. And then you just want to do a rough outline. You don't need to overdo this, but it's just so you show up to the shoot day of those 4 videos with a rough outline. What are the steps? What are the points? And just to make this really practical, we actually, let me take you back over there. You might go to YouTube and you might be saying, if it was like cooking, so you have if you're Jabe and he has a barbecue channel, like how, you know, so he's, okay, what are my next 4 videos? How to barbecue. And so this is kind of what you'd be doing in your research video, like how to barbecue chicken. Okay, that'd be a good idea. Let me take it a little farther. Oh, I did want to do a chicken wings video on, and I just got a gas grill. So that's a very, you know, long tail keyword phrase. Boom, there's one video idea. So he takes that, puts that into, you know, like a Google Doc, or writes it down, how to barbecue chicken on a gas grill. And he's like, okay, you know, my tips, I want to include these 8 things. Just kind of jots down some notes about the video, make sure it's planned out. Boom, that one's ready. Got it? So now you've blocked 2 hours to that. You've got your 4 video ideas and you've outlined them with some steps and points. Next, what day are you going to shoot your next batch of videos? So that's why you have your planner out. Like, I want you to look ahead in August as we're on this workshop together and we're working together to put this out. When are you going to batch your videos? Your goal is to shoot 4 videos all at once and to block 4 hours for this. You'll only release 1 a week. So you'll do a month's worth of videos, but you'll shoot them all at once. Now, a couple tips here is one, person of VRA asked, you know, I do more complex videos, sewing, and some things take different amounts of time. And so what I like to do to stay consistent is that sometimes maybe you've got your really creative videos and sometimes they could take like a long time. Like if you were doing transformation videos in health and fitness, well, maybe you need to do 60 days of transformation. You can't put out a weekly, 60-day transformation. It's going to take 60 days. But if you do a show, I was like, what if you sat down in this particular niche of sewing and you shot a show about your biggest tips? So 1 week was like just your tips for people getting started, the biggest mistakes. And the point is that you're looking for something sustainable. So you maybe you do more than a week, but just an idea, like that's kind of, if it ends up, sometimes we make things so complex, we can't sustain it. But that's why I definitely want you to check out Brennan Burchard's channel and see that, like, for him, his weekly show is very sustainable, and he does batch produce those. So he sits down and he'll shoot them in a batch where it is more kind of talking head or tutorial. And so you could maybe do reviews of something. And so that's your goal. And then with 4 hours, that's enough time to, you know, take a shower, get ready, lay out 4 shirts, you know, 4 just outfits or whatever. So they think it was shot at 4 different times, but you bet they don't know the secrets. And get ready, set your lighting up, shoot the videos. You might be able to get it done, you know, quicker than that. And boom. Now you've got your videos on an SD card. They're saved on your phone. You've downloaded them to your computer. Schedule your edit session. And when it comes to this, I say keep this simple too. When are you going to edit your videos? Put it on your calendar. You know, block time. Maybe someone else is going to edit them and you have that set up. Your time to do this is about 1 hour per video. And you might say, well, that sounds fast, like editing's hard. And what I also want for this is keep this simple too, though. Maybe all you need to do is you've done your hook according to the record module in Video Ranking Academy. You throw your bumper, which you got off Fiverr, or you made it yourself, little logo in there. You just kind of put the content in the middle, and then you just put your outro on there, a little bit of music. Like, keep it simple. I think being strategic, it's important to look at, if we're building a YouEmpire, not like what's the fanciest thing we could get done that completely exhausts us and then makes us not be able to post another video for a month. What is something that's sustainable over the long haul? Quality enough, but also simple enough, and to really let us do at least a weekly kind of a show. And so 1 hour per video. And if you do them all at once, you know, maybe in your whole sitting, they're all done and they're saved on your computer so you can release one a week. Step 4. Now you want to schedule time to release and rank your video. And when are you going to release your video? So you can put that out. And here's an example. A friend of mine, Sunny, actually releases her videos every Tuesday. So she's very disciplined and good about that. And I want to encourage you, so schedule 1 hour for this, but up to 3 hours. And here's why this is so important. Like, again, once these things are done, if they're all saved on your computer or they're on your phone, you can sit down. And the reason it's so important is you want enough time to do the release module, which is optimizing it, just making sure your title, your tags, so that it's like block time to do that right. And to go through VRA modules if you need, just to follow over my shoulder step by step. And then ranking is where you're going to do all the steps inside of VRA, but then you're also going to hustle on social media. Like, the day you release your video is when you want to cause as much of a ruckus as possible. So your video goes out and then you write an email to your list about it. And then you're on Twitter, but you're also engaging on Twitter, and you post an Instagram photo and you're also commenting. So you've blocking time that to stir up as much ruckus the day your video comes out, to personally say, hey, it'd mean a lot to me if you shared this, to really, especially if you're starting from scratch or you're early on, to block time to hustle around the release of your video. I heard Gary Vaynerchuk say this recently. He said, literally, if I spent 50% time on everything we just talked about, the creation of my content, you know, the planning, the shooting, the editing, I would actually spend, if that's 50% of my time, I would spend 50% of the rest of my time on distribution, everything based on, you know, grinding to go comment on other people's stuff and really to get in front of people, not in a weird spammy way, but to hustle around the release and the rank of your video. So then, and then after that, repeat the process. So those first couple things, if we do this exactly as we outlined here, you're going to have one research and outline session per month. One time when you just sit down, you go, okay, what are this month's videos and what is the rough outline for them? You're going to have one record session per month. So you have one shoot day where you sit down and you shoot those videos and you go, okay, cool, they're shot. One editing session potentially per month where you block time and then all 4 videos are ready to go. And then you're going to have one record session or one release and rank and hustle session per week. So you've got this pool of videos, but then weekly, say your videos come out on a Tuesday, you post them, but you block time to say that's hustle day. That's the time where I'm grinding. I'm doing the VRA steps. I'm posting everything. I'm making sure they're optimized right. I'm ranking, but then I'm really engaging on social media and hustling on around the distribution, because the first 24 hours are the most important for getting your video to rank. And it's also just good to be putting that hustle in and generating views, letting people know it's there, and hustling on social media. Check this out. If you do this the way we just outlined it, the total time is 14 to 20 hours per month. The variable there really being how much time you spend on release, rank, and hustle. And so we cannot promise, right? Like that there is not Video Ranking Academy 5-minute ab version, but it is very, very possible to do this in a month, not a week, right? In as really as little as, and you'll get faster over time, is about 14 hours per month, right? And we want to make this extremely practical. Now, here's the thing, and I know you got a lot pulling on, you got a lot of stuff to do. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Don't forget what you're building. Here's why. You know, I love when they say that to stay motivated, the root word there is motive. What's your motive? And if we're like, I want a future for my family. I want to build passive income. I want my brand growing on autopilot, because if I do this work up front, I will get views while I snooze, so I can grow passive income. I can get my email list growing on autopilot. I can get the freedom that I want to build. You know, one of my favorite quotes from Dave Ramsey is, live like no one else today, so that later in life you can live like no one else. And that's the beauty of YouTube. That was the vision I had. And it's the vision I'm walking and realizing as I think, wow, if we take a month off, our income stays the same because of ranked videos and affiliate marketing, right? There was a ton of grind. There wasn't the 5-minute abs, but it was over time too. Rome wasn't built in a day. So you can make this sustainable, do it week by week. And here's like a practical example of, again, the ROI. Like, yes, it takes time, but when you invest your time, it'll pay off more than anything else I know in social media. This is a screenshot of my ClickBank account. And I did an experiment on just one video connected to one product on ClickBank in the last couple of months. And so this is a screenshot of one ranked video reviewing a product. So this is in Amazon.com. Amazon.com is our main, we're full-time there, but I experiment on other affiliate programs. So this is clickbank.com. They have a lot of different things that you could promote there. Definitely something worth checking out. This is 2 total months of income. $579.27, because it's a ranked video reviewing a product. And that breaks down to about $290 per month for one video. So as you build this, it just shows what's possible. Here's the thing. In August, how much am I going to work on that video? I'm not. I mean, it's in the past. Like it's behind me. I'm on to the next thing. But yet it'll probably do 290 this month. Maybe it'll do 200. Maybe it'll do 350 this month, one video. And it's real deal, 100% passive income, views while you snooze, because it's a ranked video in my niche. Maybe for you, it's leads. Maybe for you, it's whatever. But this is just what's possible. So when I think about putting in the hustle, because when I think about blocking the time on my calendar, doing the work, getting it done, doing the extra so that I can have these kinds of results, that's definitely worth it. A good ROI, a good return on investment. Now, of course, I just have to say, I know you're good with this, you're in VRA, but I don't believe in get rich programs, only in hard work and adding value and serving others. So as stipulated by the law, I cannot and do not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn money with any of my ideas, information, tools, or strategies. I can't guarantee that, but I know that you can see that if you do the work, you will get the results. You get a return on investment. Like, think, what is it? Of your time, of your money, of your energy, and your focus. And here's kind of what I want you to think about. I'm all for all the social media platforms that we're on. I'm all for, we're on Facebook Live. We're on there today. We're going there tomorrow. Now I'm on Snapchat and Instagram stories. It's ridiculous. I'm overwhelmed. I'm stressed out. I'm trying to post Instagram pictures on all these different social media platforms. But what's the lifespan of Snapchat? 24 hours. What's the discoverability of Snapchat? 0. It's not a search engine. Instagram, what's the discoverability? Not very good. Maybe show up on the homepage. Hashtags, not that great. Facebook, well, if you pay for Facebook ads, you can kind of get found, but they keep reducing and throttling down the algorithm and the reach. You know, all these other platforms. That's why it's not just because it's like I'm on my own soapbox of YouTube. So YouTube, in my opinion, with facts to back it up, is the absolute best platform for building your brand if you do what we're talking about, because it has the highest leverage. Now, there's other platforms that maybe the highest leveraged social media platform because of real ROI for long-term growth. With Snapchat, you got to keep feeding the content monster, and it's exhausting. With all these other things, they're like, you need to post 4 times a day. You should post 8 times a day on Facebook. And you're like, what? I can't even. But if you put out quality videos that rank, you build up an asset that's like a fine wine. It gets better with age, right? And so YouTube is worth it, the ROI of your time of investing. So success is the sum of small repeated efforts day in and day out. And this builds up. It works if you work it. And so turn hustle mode on. I know you got your calendar, and this is how you build momentum. So don't be discouraged. If you're just starting out, you're like, you know, everybody started from zero. All 6 of the examples that we shared before, Brendan, Marie Forleo, Gary Vaynerchuk, everybody, and including every YouTuber or influencer you've ever seen, they all started with 0 subscribers. But one thing they all have in common is consistency over a long period of time. It doesn't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. Beyonce wasn't built in a day, right? But hustle over the long haul, building a library of ranked videos. All right, so summing it all up, here's your action items. We're going to do Q&A. We're going to do channel reviews. Your action items are to do 4 quality strategic videos this month. And what I mean by this too is that if you want to repurpose and post Facebook Lives on YouTube, not my favorite thing, but you could do it. But that's not a quality YouTube strategic video, right? What I want to think about is like Brendan's show, a show. Like you're like, I am showing up. That's why I love that Marie Forleo, by the way, her videos come out on Tuesday. She has a show called Marie TV, and she's done it for 5 years. So it's weekly, but I don't even need you to do that. Our action items are not even to worry about the future and get overwhelmed by the big picture. August, or whenever you're watching this video, over the next month. Yes, the challenge is I'm going to do 4 quality strategic videos according, right, to the VRA framework, meaning they've been researched, they're positioned to rank, and I'm going to put out great videos this month. And if you're newer here and you haven't actually done the Video Ranking Academy modules, go through those because those are key. As much as sometimes it's exciting to even get there and to start pushing out content, and I suggest you do that even simultaneously, strategy is huge. It's strategy plus consistency. And so the Video Ranking Academy modules give you the exact framework and the tips and tactics, right, to make sure those videos can go out and get results. All right, let's jump into some Q&A and see what is going on. If you have any questions, we just have one question, then we'll do channel reviews so far. But go to the Facebook group if you had questions about anything like that. And there's a picture in the Facebook group that has got a post for questions on the live hangout. Okay, there's a couple more there. Perfect. Okay, so yes, let's jump into these. If you have a question about anything at all, head over to the Facebook group and post it on this picture here with the question marks. All right. Dear Mama Sal asks, definitely would appreciate helping titling a new channel. Dear Mama Sal Crafts has been suggested. It's been called Crafts with Dear Mama Sal. I'm presuming that you should keep the brand name consistent. Okay, I like it. I'm challenged with a propensity to wonder if you should start a new channel or if you should just make a segment on your channel and call it like a show that you as part of your current channel, because grinding and starting from 0, right? You've got 1,200 subscribers. You've got stuff going on. Your channel's crushing. Stuff's happening here. You know, okay, you have three videos a week with vlogs, fun, you know, I don't think that's going to hurt you. So what I would do is I'd start a show. You know, you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Why not Friday be craft day? Now, maybe you have a different kind of strategy, but I would want to stack all your views, all your channel authority, all your kind of stuff. And I think the tip is then just figure out a way to say it in your videos, because like I suggest vloggers, which you do. I suggest that they are able to say, if you post a vlog and you're able to say, and hey guys, if you enjoy this video, I do post vlogs like this, but I do a craft show on Friday. I also do some other things. And what you're building, and I think it's good, is you are building a personal brand. So ultimately, I think you want to stick with that. It's people, yes, they'll want the crafts, but they want you. And the people that rank and they see your videos and just get your tips, but then are like, you know, I'm not going to subscribe. That's fine, right? That's some of your views. But then you always say, hey guys, you know, I also post other stuff on this channel. Subscribe for that other stuff. My personal opinion. I don't know, Heather, if you have a thought on that one.
Yeah, I was going to agree with you. My suggestion was to keep it as a show. She is saying something right now, so let me see what is coming up. Hold on, let's see. Want to make sure we answered it properly. Okay, so just about keeping her focused, right? Should I have different sections on the playlist? Yeah, are important to really just direct where your audience should be looking for those specific things. If that's what you're putting out there, you still want to stay focused in your niche. So it's great if you want to do crafts and things like that, but you want to be making sure that you're always telling a story in everything that you're doing. So as long as those pieces of the story are always connecting, your audience knows how to follow you. They understand the journey that you're taking them on. So I hope that gives some clarity. I agree with Sean. I think you're rocking it. I think starting from scratch would be really counterproductive to what you've already been building up.
John asks, what if you are promoting a very early product release and not tons of search tags, but want to get ranked early while everyone is snoozing? You will. I mean, my guess is you probably do, right? You're the first one. There's just not a ton of search traffic, so you're already there ahead of time. You can't increase the amount of monthly searches, so your hopes are to be ahead. A tip is, yeah, that would be my biggest tip. Not a ton of search tags, so you're the first one. And then you're in that sense, just your hope. So there's two strategies. That's your hope that you do, it does get popular and then your video is already there. The other hope is actually to stand in front of traffic that is kind of guaranteed to be popular and ride that wave. And so let me know if I answered that. We can hit that in the comments. All right. Marie asks, here's one. Sometimes I feel discouraged because of the content that is being produced now, high production value and the like. I'm also a one-woman band. My channel is beauty lifestyle, and obviously there are so many influencers in that community. Is content still king, or is consistency? Great question. And the answer is both. So I like that you said, you know, is content still king? I think content will always be king. And that's just kind of what it comes down to. You know, at the end of the day, honestly, these books right here and like these ones over here and these ones, like whether the book is ultimately good or not, you could probably get a few sales if it's good marketing, but if the content's not good, those aren't going to go any much farther, you know, than if they were good. Like it doesn't matter if it's a book, it's a blog, it's a YouTube video. Now, the encouraging thing is that I would say this, and the suggestion is you could send you know, as a one-woman band, totally relatable, you know, making videos on your own, all the different things. You have to be everything. You talked about production value. My opinion is that content value actually trumps production value. So, and my thesis and case study, depending on your niche, is that I recently looked for a review on a Honda pressure washer because I was thinking about making a purchase. The video I watched was 16 minutes long on a guy's iPhone, and he shot with one hand while he did everything with the other hand. It was the worst video. It was the worst video I've ever seen. right? But I watched the entire thing. Why was I there? I didn't care about his lighting. I wasn't like, it's not using a DSLR. What is this guy? It was literally because of the content. So in your niche, yes, beauty and lifestyle, I think, you know, you do want to have some lighting going on. You do want to have some things going on. But really, if you take a step back strategic wise, it's just say like, how can I just make the videos that I would want to see? Like, how could I just make the like good content? So if you're doing makeup tutorials and you put your self in the shoes of your audience and they are time starved, they're always in a rush, how can you make tutorials that are more efficient than everybody else and that are literally just good in a way of being practical to add that content value, but aren't necessarily as flashy or as good looking as everybody else, you know, at this stage? And then just hustle, you know, with whatever. So definitely working on, I think, being more focused on your content value than your production value, which if you're not as stressed out about your production, then you can be more consistent, because production's what trips us out, like trying to be so fancy and trying to do all this stuff. So content and consistency are both important. I would love to help with a follow-up question if there's anything. And Heather, if you have any thoughts on that one as well.
Yeah, I would even just say I'm my own self a case study of production value. I have 3 videos on my YouTube channel. One of them is surpassed 5,000 views, and I did it on my iPhone. So, I mean, I know I'm not in the beauty industry at all, but I would say that really dialing into who your audience is. Just to say you're creating makeup or creating, you know, makeup tutorials or lifestyle tutorials, you really need to know who that person is. Is it a man or is it a woman? What is her lifestyle or his lifestyle? What are they searching for, and why are they searching for it? So you really want to dial into who that person is so you can create content specifically for them. Just being in beauty and lifestyle is still way too broad. So really dive that down. Do you have an ethnicity that you're going for? Do you have, are you an oily skinned person? And so you want to always help oily skinned people, you know, like really diving into that and identifying who your person is that you're creating the video for. I create a video for a specific homeschool mom in mind every single time. Now, more than 5,000 homeschool moms have watched that video, but I'm creating for one person that I know needs that information. And then there's a whole group of other people that are related to that can fall into that category. So I hope that helps.
Yeah. And one other tip to share, just more generally, so I don't even essentially mean this specifically per se for you, but I think it's just to help like everybody, is focused is better than general. And so the way to win in almost any niche when you're trying to carve it out and go against the competition is potentially to not try to just, you know, get like smoky eye general, but to figure out how you can just sniper on a bunch of very specific things. So if it could be a very specific, very lightly reviewed product, only about 50 searches a month, but that's awesome, because, you know, 50 searches a month when you're just grinding out, if your videos are getting 12 views a month, then getting potential exposure to 50 more people is huge, and just doing a lot of small things. And so one of the ways, like, especially if you're kind of going, you don't want to go straight for the most competitive things, but doing a lot. And that's been a question and a theme for Video Ranker. A lot of people have that question. I go to Google Keyword Planner and I'm looking for 5,000 searches a month. I'm looking for 1,000 searches a month or 10,000. You know, I still will do videos that get 30. I'll do videos that get 90, because in the ROI mindset, most people's videos, as soon as it hits their subscribers, it zeroes out, plateaus out. Doesn't matter how big they are. It just doesn't rank, so it doesn't get any more views unless like somebody new comes to their channel and goes to an old video, which rarely happens. So even if 50 new people see your video because it ranks a month, and 5 years from now, it's still 50 new people, that's how powerful any ranked video is, even if it's in like Jabin's, the best grilled chicken on a gas grill with teriyaki sauce. And you're like, are you kidding me? There's like a 15-word title, but it's so specific and you rank for it, you own it, and that video is working for you. And you put another one up, that one's working for you. And so that's just kind of a way to edge out and win. Jabin asks, thank you for the question, by the way, what is the best day of the week and even time to post a video? I've been experimenting with Wednesday around 1 p.m. partly because it's on my work schedule. What's your best time? Jabin, here's my best advice. And I looked this up because I saw your question. And this, I think, will help everybody. And I think number one being logical, like if you just know who your audience is, like actually Heather, for instance, has, when she goes Facebook Live and stuff, she knows if she's talking to homeschool moms, she strategically will do Facebook Lives around when nap time is, right? So that's kind of stuff is brilliant. So always like putting it towards your audience. But actually studying when email open rates are highly reflects also statistics of when social media engagement is. And so this is pretty much consistent that you see that during a certain amount of times, and let's see, emails are open between 9 and 12 p.m. and then 1 and 5 coming in just behind. So during your local time, your basically kind of work hours are your peak times, and then you have 1 and 5. But so I see this, and a lot of people I know, and this is what I try to do. I try to do in the morning because it could show up in people's feeds all day long. So I try to do 8 a.m. if possible, right? And then you get potentially all of this and all of this. And if you're grinding on your social media for a while and you've blocked time, if you can, then you also are just generating during that day and trying to cause as much ruckus in that first day. Now, this is also a curve that's reflective of social media. Email opens by day of the week. Sunday's the lowest. It starts to go up during Monday. Look, Tuesday is a peak and Thursday is a peak. Wednesday dips a little bit. So this is why, I mean, you got to know too, Sunny, Marie Forleo, they're smart people. There's a reason why they use Tuesday as their video release day, because for two reasons. One, put the video out because of this peak, and then also they email their list. But then two, they also potentially have the whole week to kind of promote it. So Monday, people are still like, case of the Mondays. And I'll, you know, and sometimes like we could get this information might be paralyzing you. I don't think it's probably paralyzing. I think it's, you know, kind of cool. But I mean, I'm like, I'm going to release it whenever I do. Like I'm going to release a Think Media video tomorrow. And it's like the opposite of what I wish I was doing, but I'm still going to do it. So just hustle whatever you can. But you can see why this is so strategic, because you get the 3 peak days around the most traffic, the most views, the most opportune to rank, and then the greatest lifespan of the video. And so it's always just kind of up and then dips on the weekend. And that usually reflects things. But then there's always anomalies. Some people, they always release their stuff on Saturday because they built a tribe and that's their thing. And that I think goes into like Heather's tips of like what she would do, really knowing her audience. John says, will it look weird if a few early videos are rough and then all of a sudden my video quality is high and I throw my audience? No, I don't think so at all. I think you just got to grind it out. I love going back and like having people watch the first Sean Thinks video. It's horrendous. Now it's actually probably not a good example, but you got, in fact, I used to shoot. So I had a tech channel, Think Media TV. I had a Droid X back when those came out. I put a little car mount up. And I was like, here are my tips on how to build a computer. And I was doing that I was doing what I do today with like the vibes or with the production value, whatever it's gotten. And I was doing it then. And those videos still rank. You know, some of those videos still get views. And so you just, you know, do the best at where you are. And there's always seek to tweak and get better. But remember, content value is where it is. It's content value is greater than production. I think this is like really, this blocks a lot of people because we get obsessed. Like, do I have the right camera? Do I have the right lighting? Is this the right mic? Like, is the exact tone of this mic the best for getting results on YouTube? Why do people like the video of me talking about like how to build a video editing computer? Because they want content on how to build a video editing computer. So I'm in my car. It is an area that I at least have some value on. That's my arena. It's not me in my car talking about how to raise kids. You know, it's not me in my car talking about homeschool tips. So it's in your niche. You are the expert. Like, you know your stuff. You are in your lane. You have content value to add. You have a message to share. Share your voice. Share your very best stuff that you can offer to the world. And actually don't even necessarily stress out. Do as good as you can on the production value. But people love it. They don't skip because they literally want somebody to help them with they're trying to build a computer and they want somebody who's done it to help them. So content value, and then just get your quality over time, and your audience will also grow with you. So don't even sweat it. They'll grow with you and they'll be like, hey, wow, your stuff looks better. Did you get a new camera? Awesome. And like, they'll be joining you on that journey. Tracy, Very much a beginner, but I have gobs of a mess of videos and playlists on my channel with only 140-ish channels, cleaning it up to start and been keeping me moving forward. I haven't started the modules yet, so I'm happy to wait if this is addressed there, but how could I create a new channel or hide a bunch of these old videos? Do not, Tracy, thanks for the question, create a new channel. One of the ranking factors of YouTube is channel authority. So there's the good news. I want you to be encouraged. I want you to celebrate tonight because you've done 140 videos, which is actually something Google will see and reward, and your channel has age, which is channel authority. So also, do not delete your videos. And anybody in VRA, never delete a video. Just make it unlisted, because if it has 5,000 views, 10,000 views, 100 views, 2 views, that goes into your channel authority, goes into your total channel's views. So you don't want to delete that off of your authority, but you make it unlisted and then it won't bother anybody, it won't see anybody or affect your branding. So use the current channel you have and then just rebrand it. And the good news is, in one sense, your custom URL does not matter. So in this case, youtube.com/user Dear Mama Sal, it's great. She has her brand name there, but a lot of people who are even successful, like Jeff Bethke, one guy, he's doing his personal brand. His name's bball93, right? He has one of those names that we all had back when like Hotmail started, when we first started. And we were like, oh, what if I could get like, Sean Flyer 6219, that'd be an awesome name. And like, that's literally, but yet he's crushing it. So, and here's why, because you can change this name kind of anytime you want. And then you can always brand out your cover. You can change your about page. You can change your tags, your channel optimization. And so that would be my advice. All right. We are going to get into some channel reviews. And are you ready, Heather? Okay.
Ready.
Channel reviews, rock and roll. I hope you're doing good. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out. These are going to be great because there's so much that we can learn from them that are applicable to all of our channels. First up, you got Andy from Mono Property. So this is cool. Definitely, of course, a biz channel and a real estate type of channel. So a couple things. Let's go home. Couple thoughts initially. Love this picture. This is always good. You have a good brand here and a difference photo from here to here. So that's your personal brand, eye contact. Love it.
Sean,
go ahead.
Share your screen, sir.
Oh, yep. Sorry, everybody. I'm like, you're like, I have no idea what you're saying. All right. Andy, Mono Property. We're here. All right. So this is a real estate channel. And I was saying I love this picture because it's good framing. You got the eye contact for that personal brand. But then you got the cover image. I think the cover image could use work, a lot of unused space here. It is clear what you're doing, though. It's great. Property investing, renovating, and education. New video every Friday, VRA, learn from that. If you can at least say new video every week or new videos every week, and then you don't have to commit to a day, but he's really clear about like his content posting schedule here. I'm an investor, landlord, and wannabe author. Personal opinion, I get kind of the humor there, but I would ditch the wannabe author because nobody knows that, right? Like just come out with that confidence and that authority. Like in my opinion, especially as you're building the swag, it does bring a little humor. So it just could be a personal opinion, right? But you've got like I'm going to help you with property investing. I'm going to help you with renovating, but I'm a wannabe author. Right? Like, so you want to just establish your credibility and your authority. So I think you could probably include humor in potentially another way. We could head over to your Facebook. It's good. It stacks up on the same thing. Same thing here. This could be a lot more prominent and a lot bigger. That's kind of, you could scale up the size of this stuff. Everybody in VRA, tips and takeaways, that consistent branding across your multiple social media platforms is huge because then you're doing a great job of that. Property investor, property investor, and then property investing. So really clear. That's absolutely phenomenal. Good channel. Great thumbnails down here. This one is a good example of one that's not as great because you don't need this small text, especially with that, That's already on your cover image, but these got great when you put the black and the white. So they stand out. They're very readable. This one's pretty good, but see how to use equity to invest. A little small. And these thumbnails get the dream of thumbnails in VRA. That's definitely something to learn from. Less words, popping text. Of course, what you're doing is illustrating that. So I love that. And then you've got your channel that aims to inform and inspire. So it's good you have this filled out. You've got your social media links. And so I like what's happening here, Heather.
I think you're doing really great. We looked through your channel, and I mean, really, it's like right on point. It's really about the consistency that you're doing. So that's amazing. What I would say is with property investment and real estate, throw some pictures up of those things too. You know, that's what you're giving them information about. Not that you need to be in those places, but everything's very gray. And so make some of your personality come out with either color or imagery or something with that on the channel. But overall, I think you're doing a really great job.
I like that. That made me think that's a great tip. I don't think House Hunters has. I was thinking, but yeah, like definitely like to show maybe the lifestyle with classiness, you know, but what it's all about. That would bring color and pictures, either if they're kind of some like well-chosen stock photos. And then as far as video ideas and whatnot, you know, there's people in this space that want to go for this. So I'm curious if we can go to your most popular video. This is cool. Very content, right? How to calculate the numbers to figure out ROI. I like that. How to calculate yield on rental property. So this is such a good example of you adding value and getting a long tail keyword. So specific, how to calculate yield on rental property, right? It's amazing. So I would continue to dig for topics that are going to be videos like this that can rank and get you discovered. And this is cool too. Great, by the way, great job at engaging everybody. Like, you know, this huge opportunity. If someone comments on your channel, you have this huge chance to help them and build a tribe and do that. You're doing that here with like in-depth responses. So great job. So, you know, everybody kind of the universal principle of looking for those niche things when you're building your channel up and you are in the hustle to really build and find specific titles, much like that one, to rank for, and then also to go for the general, because property investing, just general, like those two words, probably not specific enough to really break through the noise. Okay, so next up, we've got Chloe, and what we actually did, we know you submitted your channel, and we also pulled out your vlog. So we figured we could speak to two. We'll do a double here since you have both going on and kind of add value generally for anybody vlogging. And then it's also cool because you have a second channel where you're doing like beauty and lifestyle. Okay, a couple initial things. And this is the channel that you actually submitted. You know, and we're going to speak it real because we really want to add value. We really want to help you. I am completely mystified and confused about the branding, at least at this point. In fact, eventually I got it when I went here, and this made sense to me. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, okay, makeup, you know, braid, eyes, this makes sense. When I'm here and I see this cover image, I am confused. Plus, I also see this picture. It's a great picture of you from your, what would appear to be your wedding day. I'm following the line of sight of your eyes. That's kind of looking the same direction that like these guys are looking. And it just kind of, the mindset it puts me, I'm like, okay, where are we looking and what is happening? And I'm so confused. And so definitely, I think you've got clarity of what's happening. We definitely go here and you say a bit of fashion, beauty, and then general chit chat. But fashion and beauty is the brand that you definitely want to build out here. If I click Twitter, it doesn't link to you. It just goes to twitter.com. Let's see, Instagram says the page isn't available. Facebook, it does link to you. And then this is your vlog channel. But then I also might get confused because I got there from your beauty channel. or fashion and beauty. So definitely some things to work on. I like what I'm seeing here. We can talk about that in a second, but you know, you've got this consistency. So I'm getting this. Just work on your branding, cover image, you know, best practices, how many days a week, like new videos every week, and then what to expect, and then figuring out a way to stand out in that space as well. So I love the fact, of course, that you've got, you know, you're in the UK. And so there's some things you could do there. Heather?
Yep, I was gonna say with the thumbnails, can you go back, Sean, so I can see the thumbnails? There we go. I love that you're holding up the products, but what products you're holding up. So there's still space around your face and the product that you can bring it in. So if you look at what Sean does on Think Media or on Video Influencers, I mean, it literally is like faith. That's pretty much it. And then maybe pointing to something. So it's really getting that eye contact in those pieces. I also love how you're doing the long tail keywords, like Sean said, scrolling down. Yeah, so like we're in there. We're like face is up into the picture. And that's because the eye contact is what we're looking for in that. And let's see what else. What did I have on here? Oh, the capitalization of titles. That I know is a branding type thing, but so just, you know, I like how you're consistent with it. Just so people know, it doesn't affect your titling by having explanation or by having it all uppercase. That is purely just branding. So I did have someone ask a question about that. So I just wanted to address that. It's just branding for that. But yeah, I'm liking it. For your vlog channel, I know you didn't submit that, but my idea to you would be, I know you're recently married and a lot of vloggers are trying to figure out how to break through in the vlogging space. I would go hard in that. You know, this is our first year of marriage, the ups and downs of the first year, really kind of creating your own reality show around the first year of marriage or first 2 years of marriage or something like that. And that's how you can really kind of break through on the vlogging piece. So any vloggers that are on here listening, really just think about, I know I say it over and over, but really think about how is your story different and how are you able to take your audience with you and want them to come back and watch that next episode. But you're doing a great job.
Yep. And so we're on the vlog channel now. You could fix that Twitter link. So one is kind of the Twitter and Instagram are broken. And, you know, everything speaks and it's a huge opportunity to one by one, you know, build and get people. So those are some opportunities to fix that. So a couple things, and to add value here, like new vlogs every day, that's great. And this is great too, but you have just a huge chance to put something out and to how you're going to stand out. I don't know how great my friends, that Reyes family, are doing, but let me just see if they have a good example right here. So I need to talk to Alejandro. Yo is not the best. It's not the best like vision statement, but at least new videos every day. They've got this kind of, you know, picture here, and then that family. What I would say, and here's actually what one of the things I encourage you to check this out, because I helped him craft his little opener. And in his opener, they kind of state their why. And they just go, for us, you get motivation, inspiration, because we believe that family is everything. So he needs to change that to family is everything. We talked about it. And so, but the thought is like, you have this chance to like kind of say what you're about. And sometimes threes works good. And so it's kind of cliche, or I mean, I use example a lot, but if you were like, we're about faith, fitness, and family, it doesn't have to be, you know, all the same letter, but it's just a chance to kind of summarize, okay, like what's the snap judgment of what I'm going to get here? You know, like, are you guys really funny? Like, and just capitalizing on that. And then definitely, I think I like the idea that you're doing some, you know, you would definitely watch a lot of vloggers, so you're getting inspirations from some of the ways they do their thumbnails. Here's kind of we wanted to just do some evergreen value for vloggers in general. Again, talking about not just your statement, but in business, there's a thing called a USP. It's your unique selling position or unique selling proposition. It's like, why is your brand unique in the whole world of everybody? For some people, it really helps that they're like, it's whether they've got a ton of kids. For some people, it's that they're an interracial couple, and that really helps them stand out. everybody does have uniqueness, but you really have to work into tapping in and finding that and getting that. Secondly, I think it's probably debatable, but probably true, that the thesis of a vlog channel is entertainment. That you have to say, why do people watch this? How are we going to build an audience? What value are we going to give them? And so thinking about your entertainment value and considering to up that, unless it literally is inspiration or it's education. If it's education, like we want to show you how to live. So very much through our vlogs, this is the value we are promising people. If it's inspiration, but I think knowing that and defining that and then working on that, potentially, this is advice I give vloggers, there might want to be drama value. And so that's why you say it's a sad day, right? You're definitely working into that. You've got the face. And drama value is why really the Kardashians, right, are crushing it. And why certain, because they play on drama. There's the channel TNT is like, we know drama because people love drama. So that might be a tip for you or just any vlogger thinking about like how to create. And this is kind of what's interesting, right? I mean, you're choosing a vlog. It's positioning your day for drama. Some people, Casey Neistat, a good example, is he's always like, man, I'm running late. And maybe he is running late. Maybe he's not, but he's saying he is because it creates drama. Like, I don't know if I'm going to make the plane. He hasn't missed a flight in his vlogs. So is he just, thinking about what's the entertainment value? How could create drama value? And then one strategy that we always love to share is it doesn't seem like you're going daily, but the chance to create hook videos based on Video Ranking Academy and maybe doing less days. And so what a hook video is anything that's like a new Disney song comes out. This is especially relevant if people have kids, is you've seen this before. They all sing it in the van and the video goes viral and it ranks. And if they type in like Frozen song kids, they're the top video. But looking for chances and opportunities to do hook videos. The other way to do that is maybe you make vlogs around UK life. So in some cases, people are curious about local traveling places at Longshaw Estate. So maybe this could rank actually for Longshaw Estate because there might not be any content out there. And I see, okay, so it actually ranks #1 for, I don't know if all 4 of these words, but that's a cool thing potentially at local areas as a vlogging strategy, right? Because then people who just want to see a tour here, you're like, and hey, if you enjoyed this kind of behind the scenes of this restaurant, this travel location, this place, we actually do vlogs. Some people will just watch the content and some people will maybe want to subscribe to you. So like literally as an example, you just we did this thing. We vlogged for a season. You do Las Vegas horseback riding. And 4 years ago, I messed around with Video Ranking Academy. I ranked today, it's a 2012 vlog, for Yeehaw Las Vegas horseback riding. There's the keyword phrase, and check out, the views and whatnot. And the reason it's getting views still is because people just actually want to watch you, right? Get it? But then somebody meets you and then 1 out of 100 subscribe. But there's this huge opportunity to rank as a vlogger channel, either positioning your videos to rank or creating actual hook videos, whether it's skits, comedies, starting, just different things. But what kind of videos could you maybe do once a week that would be audience growth videos? And then at the end you go, and hey guys, by the way, we also post vlogs, the other days of the week. All right. We've got one more channel to do. And it's Rachel on looking for adventure art. And so we've done real estate, we've done a vlogging channel, we've done lifestyle and beauty, and now we are doing an art channel, which is awesome. So you've done your branding. Thank you, by the way. You've been in Video Ranking Academy for a while now. We've been actually watching the progression of you getting our stuff together. It's all coming around beautifully, so much so that just to kind of see, I like that you've strategically put your stuff together and that you've got your opener that ties into your cover, which is cool. And well done also here as I look over here on your ranking. So Video Ranking Academy is happening and that's awesome. So great, opening animation thing that ties into your video. One thing I'd consider, that wasn't too bad, but that first 10 seconds it took for your intro, okay? And so Video Ranking Academy formula, of course, you're always free to do what you want, is to start with you on camera first and give a hook and then do that little bumper. The bumper's amazing, amazing. So you go, in this video, you know, I take you behind the scenes at Shop Hop 2016 at the Scrapbook Cafe, coming up in whatever way you want to say that. Then your bumper happens, then jump into your video. Great job at, you know, ranking, doing the Video Ranking Academy formula and framework, and great stuff. Couple thoughts on your thumbnails. They are good. They're sticking on brand and on style. But one thing to consider, kind of like Heather mentioned, this potential thumbnail, for example, you could crop, you could zoom. This hat could almost get cut off a little bit. You could be much more zoomed in. And the Shop Hop, I don't know if that's even important. That's kind of just your branding there. Notice that gets covered. So if you flip that to the other side, but you want to make things readable. So it's like this and that scrapbooking. I'm actually very zoomed in here on my computer, right? I'm zooming in to see this stuff, but at usual typical thing, that font and that size is not super readable. So thumbnails are, just keep in mind, they're extremely small, you know, small things, not a lot of real estate there. Great job already taking advantage of playlists. Here's just kind of a principle for Video Ranking Academy, evergreen, and what we can really learn here. Playlists are another way. And if you haven't watched it yet, or you want to rewatch it, I encourage you to rewatch Ranking, because I do talk about playlists in there. Playlists can stack on, they're searchable like videos are searchable. So Singing Sunday is not searchable. It's not that you shouldn't have that playlist. That's fine, because that's something you're doing. Keep adding videos to that playlist. Awesome. Same thing with potentially haul videos. What's interesting about playlists is, like, for instance, one way to even stack the ranking on your recent Harry Potter video is to literally make like a Harry Potter arts and crafts playlist. And that is the title of your playlist. And it actually stacks multiple signals to, if you do multiple videos about that. And so playlists can increase ranking, and it's actually one of the steps in sometimes making playlists that like double stack the exact title and signal on your ranking. So you could put this in there. You've got this one too. So you already have a couple videos. Even though this is a Harry Potter wand tutorial, you have a whole series about Harry Potter arts and crafts, and you could build momentum. You get more watch time. It's like exponential value from playlists alone. And so just to drive this point home is that I might make a video, like I put out a video that I wanted to rank that was going to be huge for building my brand, Best Camera for YouTube 2016. So I made a playlist called Best Camera for YouTube 2016 Camera Review Series. The point of the playlist, I mean, other things, it can add value to discoverability. The playlist only has 480 views, right? The video has a lot more than that, but it's a signal to Google on all of my old videos that stack on the keyword there and on the keyword in the description of the playlist, same as VRA principles. So just a tip for all of us, right, of how we can not just, and then I also make show playlists. I've got one that's like my Q&A. It's like the Think Media TV Q&A show. Nobody's speaking, searching for that. They don't know it exists because they don't know me yet. But for ranked videos, certain playlists could be strategic for getting found and people knowing you. It's clear that you've done, the work and the legwork to set things up. You got your PO box. You've got everything happening here, and we go across the board. And you've done your branding from your Facebook page to Instagram to Pinterest to Twitter. So that's a great job, Heather.
Yeah, I was just going to say, congratulations. You're doing an amazing job. Like Sean said, we have just really enjoyed seeing the progression of the channels that have been in VRA for a little while. It's been really awesome. My thing is actually not on your YouTube channel, but in the linking to your Pinterest. really think about the thumbnail that you're using for Instagram, or sorry, the thumbnail you're using for YouTube, and making one that is different for Pinterest. So just search best Pinterest thumbnails and design a separate thumbnail that's specifically for that, only because you're in the arts and craft. And so I'm assuming that your target market and your niche is on Pinterest like crazy. So you want to make sure that not just putting it into a folder on Pinterest, but you want to make sure that those thumbnails are awesome. I would also recommend that, I know that there are different arts and crafts public Pinterest communities. I would definitely try and get yourself involved in those, because anytime you post something that's new within that content, you submit it to that community and they post it and it becomes more searchable and you're able to drive more traffic back. So that's kind of just another step on not necessarily channel review, but mostly just brain review of what you can do. But you are rocking it, and I'm so excited to watch this grow even more.
Yeah, just to echo that, Heather, that was absolutely brilliant. And she's so right. I would actually think, and something that we could probably work on building out in the future, and something if I was, just research more, that Pinterest could be a very strategic platform for growth hacking your YouTube channel. The interesting thing is that, Snapchat is not a search engine and Instagram isn't. Pinterest is. So Pinterest, and at a recent event, we talked about how Pinterest and YouTube are two discoverability platforms. Now, Pinterest is not a great platform for everybody, but as Heather said, it is perfect for you and creating some unique content there and driving traffic from YouTube there and then back and forth. So definitely something to build out as you go forward. Great job. And I just want to kind of, acknowledge you and really appreciate you and share this with the Video Ranking Academy community here, also for what we can learn from it. Great job. So this is a good way to end too. Guys, the vision here is to be able to get views while you snooze, right? Is to rank videos that are going to grow your channel. And so you're really just starting, you're crushing, you're putting out all these videos, but you put out a video that has 1,200 views and it's getting, views per hour right now because it's ranked in all these search terms. I got to refresh my vidIQ. So you've got, look at this, right? You hit this one off, it's crushing, you're getting the comments, you have your statistics turned off, which is great. But when you look at your statistics, and I'm curious, Rachel, you could go in there and check it out. Two things to note, just VRA people and community, is you go to your statistics, you can actually see a video's growth. Then you could see how many subscriptions that video is driven. And then it's usually 30 to 50% more that it's driven than that amount, because they watch one video and then they start checking out other videos. So if they don't click subscribe on this page, it doesn't count here. But if they click subscribe, on your main channel, which is usually where they do it, they watch here and they're like, what's she all about? Okay, cool. And they click subscribe there. So without question, just to celebrate and say, great job. And I think the tips and takeaway is great lessons here. It is definitely like writing the popularity of like a brand. It's your own tutorial around something that's big with Harry Potter, but then doing your own angle on it. So just, I hope maybe if as you're on here watching the replay, or you're watching right now, what could this spark that you could put out in your niche to rank, to do something creative like this, and kind of look at what she did here. And this video is crushing. It's growing your channel. And the cool thing too, is this also, I think, paints a picture of reality for us, that you're doing some almost like not always grand slams. You're doing some base hits. When I think about this shop, is a little more niche. You rank for it, but it's not big like Harry Potter's big, but you're doing both. And it's not just the big crushing videos. You're staying consistent. But VRA, let's do stuff like this. Keep on the grind and think about the ROI. You're going to get this. Keep doing the principles. Don't give up. And then when you get that video that's 87 days old, but still ranking and getting you views while you snooze, it's worth it, right? I mean, I know you're sitting there like, this is awesome. And so great job. And VRA, thanks so much for hanging out. Appreciate you so much. And we will see you in the Facebook group. And remember, right? We are building a YouEmpire, but it's not built in a day. So be patient, pace yourself. We are running, but this isn't a sprint. It's definitely a marathon. So pace yourself, put in the work. You're doing a great job, and I'm so thankful you're here. And I'm thank you that you're on this call. If you want to watch on the replay, thanks so much for watching. Heather, final words.
Man, I just, again, so grateful that you guys are all here and that you are allowing us to even just look at your channels and give you this type of feedback. I just want to say, technical side, we'll have these up in the members area soon. We're just going to take them down and get them refreshed up and make sure all the notes are in there for you. And if you have additional questions on top of these, there is the comment section inside of the Facebook group. So not the comment, the feed. So ask your questions in there. We love the community that is here, and we're just grateful that you are part of it.
Yes, yes, yes. All right. VRA, thank you so much. You are awesome. Keep building your influence, income, and impact with online video, and we will talk soon. Bye.